Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and today we're looking at transition matrices, and this particular example is a more complex one than we've looked at in the past. It involves three groups, we'll call them groups, who are in position A, B and C. And it's quite a busy diagram, as you can see. And what we're going to look at is how we transfer all of this data into a transition matrix that we can then use. How we use that transition matrix is the subject of another video, but this one we're just looking at filling this out and how indeed we would find missing numbers if there were any. So let's start up here. Now what this arrow indicates is that 65% of people or things or whatever over a set period of time remain in position A. So that gets transferred to this point in the matrix, row 1, column 1, A to A. That's how you read that. Now let's look at the information for B. 10% of people, or 10%, we'll call them people, because it's just easier to deal with. 10% of people remain in position B. That is 0.1. How I'm getting from percentages to decimals is I'm dividing by 100. And in position C, 45% of people, so 0.45, remain in that position over time. Now, looking back at A, we see that 5% of people move from A to C. So A to C is this position down here, A to C, 0.05, 5% divided by 100. People in position B initially move at a rate of 40% to position A. So B to A is 0.4. And people in position C move to A at a rate of 30%. So C to A, 0.3. Okay, so some things to observe. Again, if you've looked at previous videos, you'll note that the people or things who remain in position are designated by the numbers in this diagonal. Now, the other point to make, again, which has been made previously, is that all of these numbers in the columns must add to 1. So we don't need to look back at the network chart in order to continue to fill this in. We could, of course, but just as an exercise, we're going to do it without reference to the chart, and we'll just check our numbers afterwards. I'm going to fill these in red. So we'll start with the center column for no good reason other than it's really simple. 0.4 and 0.1 equal 0.5, so the missing number here is 0.5. 0.3 and 0.45 add to 0.75, so the missing number here is 0.25. That will add to 1. 0.65 and 0.05 add to 0.7, so the missing number here is 0.3. Now let's just check these numbers. So A to B should be 30%. A to B, 30%. B to C should be 50%. B to C, 50%. C to B should be 25%. C to B, 25%. That is how you fill out a transition matrix. In future videos you'll see that we actually get to use these things and see how they work. I'll tell you this much right now. What these model is fairly sophisticated movements of people or things or changes in value over time. So if we were going to pick a time and say that this reflected weekly changes, this would be this week and this would be next week. And we can use transition matrices to model likely changes in value over time, more than 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. Okay, well, that is it for this video. I hope that you found this useful, and that if you were confused, you're somewhat less confused by these things now. There are a few very simple rules to follow, and if you follow those, it's very hard to make a mistake. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this useful. See you next time. Bye.